So today I'm going to try and make a request that I got, which is a snake out of rebar. Now, I don't have any good rebar laying around, but I do have some of these that we had in a raised bed that's all rusted and nasty. And I think the top end looks a little bit better. I think what I'm going to do is turn this side into the head and taper this side down into the tail and see what it does. It's either so rusted away and ruined that it's just going to crumble when I forge it, or it might have a unique looking texture, or it might just be a really bad looking snake. Here we go. The first thing we should do is straighten the rebar back out. Let's forge the head. We're just going to square out the end of it. We'll round it out for the nose there. So what we're looking at doing is just flaring these ends out by working half. Kind of half from the center. So what it'll start doing is it's going to make, actually, what, I don't know what that section of the cobra is called, but that section, pretty sure it's the hood. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just keep drawing that out. I'm going with the hood. I'm calling that a hood. I think it's the hood of a cobra. Could be a cape. I think it's a hood. Or I'm totally wrong entirely. But I'm trying to keep a center line. I don't know if that'll show up or not, but you can kind of see where the light's reflecting. So that side's getting worked this way. I'm going to do the same thing on this side to bring it out that way. And then we'll taper this just ever so slightly so it doesn't look completely foolish. I'm trying to pinch this on the edge of the anvil to really draw that metal out. We'll make it very thin on the end for that mystery neck section of the cobra. So you start getting like so. Feels like I'm forging a leaf. It's kind of the exact same principle. So what I'm thinking is, I feel like that's too long of a head. I feel like their head is part of this. I'm going off of memory of a cobra here. I really think though that their head is not that long and it really comes into that cape, the hood. I think I'm going to fold this over and reshape the head, even though I'm not going to forge weld it or anything right here, but I'm going to fold it over. I think that's what I'm going to go for. I'm fairly confident that a cobra's head comes out, it's pretty small, and then goes straight into the cape. And I think it does like a heart shape almost. I'm kind of stubborn not to go look this up. I just want to do it based off of thought. So we're looking something like that. Kind of want to tilt the head a little bit. So I feel like cobras wrap around. Right? Maybe that's a rattlesnake. Maybe that's just a lot of snakes. That seems right to me. Taper the tail some here. It's gonna stand. But I know no snakes have their tail that straight. So we're gonna bend it 1, 2. I like that. Basically, let's put it in the pritchel hole there. Bend it one way and the other. There it is. It's a snake. I think the last thing we'll do is just drop them in some oil. Not for the sake of hardening it, but just to make it look different than the rest of the metal. Normally after you do an oil quench like that, it blackens it up. It looks really nice. So there it is, the finished product. A coiled up Cobra. I've never done one like this before, and I had a little bit of back and forth about what a Cobra actually looks like. Yes, I could have jumped on Google, but I think this is pretty close. It stands up on its own, and that's what we were going for. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. So we've got the makings of a cold Cobra here. Har, har, har.